Hello. So it's my birthday, and I don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted to do a quick one. And since it's my birthday, I thought we could talk about love because that's something positive. So the other day, I was having a conversation with my friend, and we had different opinions on this. So basically, he was asking me, what's your type? Which is something that we talk about a lot because it's interesting to think about whether you have a type. I don't think I have a type, although I do have a checklist. So we were thinking about comparing our checklists. And one thing I told him is that ultimately you decide to fall in love. And he was completely against it. Now, I know why he would be, because I can also understand seeing someone and immediately feeling that chemistry. So if you want to call that love, then yes, that does exist. Because love is just such an ambiguous concept. But for me, when I say falling in love, it's when you make the decision that you're going to get obsessed with that person. And maybe this is a girl thing. I don't know. Maybe for guys it's different, but for girls, I think we have a certain checklist. And this has happened to me a lot, where I meet a guy and I have good chemistry with them and everything's cool. But there is a moment where maybe I find out something about him. It can be something really silly, like we share the same favorite restaurant, but just something that really puts me in line with him. And it's something completely rational. I might not even be with him at that moment. And sometimes I don't find them that attractive physically until that moment comes where I find out something about him that I just find irresistible and completely disarming. And so in that moment, I decide to fall in love and to get obsessed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this a chance. Because until I make that decision, I'm not really giving it a chance. I'm not responding with excitement. I'm not really interested. And very importantly for me, that's kind of also the moment where I decide if I want to have sex with them. Although it might have happened before, but I generally try to only have sex with people that have a possibility or a relationship potential on some level, or potential to be friends with me for a long time. I like to keep around the people that I have that connection with, that exchange. So that's my 2 cents. And I think I can put some examples of things where you decide to not fall in love per se, but for example, when you get into a relationship, you decide to be that person's girlfriend or boyfriend and to get on with the tasks that would entail. And that's completely a decision. And I've always said that I find that decision very bizarre. Because how does that work? You just consciously decide to suddenly that person is going to be your kind of favorite best friend. It's like you're making them suddenly part of your family. You decide to be there for them through thick and thin. You don't make this decision with anybody else in your life. You don't make this decision with your friends. You don't meet a friend and 3 dates after you decide that you're going to put them first, or you're going to always be there for them. You're going to, depending on your relationship, you're going to pay for their food, or, there's really freaking big relationship decisions that take place that just happen so lightly. And in a way, falling in love is one of them, I think, for me. In fact, for me, that's the decision that I take. I never really take the decision of making that person my priority. That has to happen with time. And tenderness has to happen with time. Like at the beginning, I may not really feel like taking care of the person very much until I know them for a few months and I learn to kind of love them truly, not just lust, because the first part of this all is lust. You can call it love, but it's lust. It's not even falling in love. It's just pure passion for carnal sex. If that happens, which you're very lucky if that happens very rarely. But yeah, decisions. Is falling in love a decision? Give me your opinions, please. And happy birthday to me. See you later.